Hey, this is KSP with Tape, and today I'm on the launch pad with the new Falcon 9 rocket, or fairly new. It's the Falcon 9 1.1, which was launched in real life fairly recently, and has, well, I think it's been in KSP for a while. I didn't check for the update until it actually came out. So this is, well, on KSP it's actually a reusable rocket, and in real life it is aimed to be the first step towards a reusable rocket. It has these landing legs you can kind of see, and it lands under its own power, so not parachutes, because it's really hard to actually land something on parachutes on land, because it'll just break, and landing it in the ocean makes it pretty much unreusable. And the real Falcon 9, I'm going to launch so you can see it launching, so I'm not just talking for ages. And the frame rates might not be brilliant, not because my computer's that bad it can't launch a rocket, because the recorder I use is a little bit horrible. But anyway, so in real life this was the idea was to soft land on the ocean, so that well, then it would be the first step to reusing it, because if you could land, if you could first soft land the first stage on the ocean, you can pretty soon kind of upgrade that to land on land, because you just have to land slightly slower and with landing legs and with more direction, and that takes a little bit more fuel. And then if you reuse the first stage, that saves a lot of money, because fuel in a rocket only costs about, it makes up about 0.2, 0.3% of the cost of the rocket. So if you can reuse a rocket, that makes it very cheap, and that's SpaceX's goal right now. Because obviously if they're going to Mars and launching like big Falcon Heavies with 50 tons to orbit, they don't want to be spending $80 million every time, which is cheap for a rocket that size, but still. And what this is launching is the Dragon capsule Mark II, I think, which as you can see, it has these people in it. I've got to watch my fuel actually, because I want to land this stage. But it has, I think this one, I think Falcon, the Dragon capsule is designed to carry 7 people to low Earth orbit, or somewhere else, or wherever you want to go. It can basically do it. Oh shit! Whoa! Okay, I've just realised it was orientated so that if I do my usual turn, it goes south. So that went nicely. I'll just use my reaction control system to bring it back underway. So that was good. That's what you get for not paying attention and not looking at the big orange north line. Yeah, as you can see on the side, this has 2 engines, the outer ring and the inner engine, which is used for slowing down and landing, which, yeah, I'm not sure what each of these are. 399 power. Oh, full blast it's 420. But yeah, this is a new configuration. As you can kind of see, it's a ring. If you saw my last video, my ages ago video, which was terrible, about Falcon 9 version 1, that had a square layout with 9 engines rather than a ring layout. Don't know what the significance is. I think it just makes it easier to land and stuff. Anyway, I want to leave about 500 litres of fuel in here for landing it, and then eventually they want to land the second stage, and Dragon will land partially under parachutes, I think. We'll slow it down initially, then we'll land under its own power, because landing under its own power is a really good way to reuse it. But the problem with a reusable rocket that lands obviously under its own power and isn't just terrible like the shuttle. No, the shuttle was okay, it was the launch vehicle of the shuttle. But I'm going to talk about this, because I lose focus way too easily. Anyway, the problem with making a reusable rocket is our most efficient rockets on Earth get about 2-3% of their payload to orbit. Well, not 2%, 2 or 3% of the total mass to orbit. Their payload can be about 2-3%. Oh Jesus! I don't even gravity turn. Okay, we're going to a high orbit. Oh bloody hell! I'm just going to turn off these engines. I haven't been paying attention, as you may have noticed. I just. Yeah, okay, I'm going to go straight into a flat gravity turn right now. But okay, what was it? Reusability. The problems with reusability. Reusing a rocket is difficult because, as I said, you can take about about 3% of your payload to orbit, and to to reuse a rocket in this way, you need about 3% of you need to add about 3% mass to your rocket to make it actually fully reusable, which poses the problem that you can either take payload or have a reusable rocket. So basically you can either have a cargo rocket or an intercontinental ballistic missile, which we've already got quite a lot of them, so right, there you go, bring it under control. That's how space companies do it. They just kind of fuck up a bit and then like, oh, we could probably, it'd be fine. Oh shit, we're gonna deorbit. Oh, not going well for Tape Corp. Tapex. Oh, and this actual mod was designed by Laztec, not entirely sure how you pronounce it. The last one was Kerbex, that I used in my last videos about SpaceX ships. And that was all... Oh, this probably isn't going to come down over land. I'm going to have to soft land it on water. Bloody hell. This is going horribly. I'm trying to talk and fly, and I can't do two things at once because I'm terrible. Okay. That's looking ish. Yeah. Alright. I keep trying to explain real world things, and then my then rockets in the Kerbal's world make me confused. You know what, I'm just gonna... will I have time? Because I want to be able to land... I want to be able to circularize my orbit fully and then land this on the ocean, probably. Yeah, so I'll ditch that now, because I've got all this, and I want to kind of use this. Oh yeah, with reusing the rocket, I've already explained the problems with it. Anyway, so they just wanted to soft land it on the ocean, but it didn't work quite as well, because the ship worked fine. They launched a satellite for someone, but the actual main stage that came down, it went into like a flat spin, and all the fuel centrifuged to the side of the fuel tanks, so it kind of it didn't work out so well. I've just realised something. If I switch to the other ship, I need to press... Oh no, this doesn't have solar panels. Oh no, I'm thinking of the Falcon Heavy. Yeah. Because I think the Falcon Heavy on this game is designed to go to other planets. Let's speed this up, or this video will take ages and no one wants to see that. Or maybe you do. Maybe you like long videos about Kerbin. But if you don't like long videos about Kerbin, I also make some long videos about going to Duna, called Project Duna, so if you haven't seen them, check it out. They're not doing brilliantly. But I think the first one was like half an hour, and that might have been a little far, but the last two have been like 20 minutes. And the first one was just a lot of orbital assembly, so, and in my last one I just landed on Duna and did some cool stuff, so, you know, go check it out. I mean, there were actually a couple of quality issues, which I think it's my new screen recorder or editing software, because I've used a whole bunch of new software, because some of maybe, if there's still people watching from a while ago, God help you, you'll know that I always had problems with my software, so I got a whole bunch of new stuff, and I have new problems. Computers hate me. They I don't know, computers kill Batman's parents. Let's just, yeah. When I don't like something, I say it killed Batman's parents, and that makes me feel slightly better. I'm just gonna press the next button. Oh, thank God, that was what I wanted to happen. Except that nose cone's still there. Okay. That nose cone didn't fully come off. Oh, bloody... I'm not paying too much attention. Right. So, we are pushing the Dragon capsule into orbit with the next stage, which has an engine with power 420. I think that's just the same there. I think all of them are Merlin engines, and they all have the same power. And this ship is... Oh, crap, spin. This ship is a lot more realistic, I think, than the... What is it? The Kerbex design one, because it... what does it do? I was going to say something. Oh yeah, it has a lot more fuel to take the thing to orbit, and is much slower, because if you saw my rocket races, which I will be doing more of, and better ones, because Rigel 1 and Falcon 9, Falcon 1 were a bit boring, but Falcon 9 and Falcon Heavy were ridiculously fast, and nothing held a candle to them, so nothing could beat them in a rocket race, and it made it kind of unfair. So from now on, I'll be using these. So yeah, that's that done. I'm just going to extend these panels. Right, and then the Dragon capsule itself, I'll just attach to this stage. Please attach what I want, thank God. And then. Oh, and you can see this stage will eventually land with landing legs. I'm just going to press all of the buttons until those panels extend. There you go. There goes all the panels. I don't know why that's so panelled up. I didn't build it. This has its own panels and some stock panels. I don't know. And anyway, oh no, I'm on the nose cone right now. Okay, and this has 4 engines that do things. Yeah, there. So these are monopropellant engines which land, and they look a lot like rocket engines. Anyway, let's save that because this might screw up. So we switch to the probe, and it is a probe because it has a probe body. Damn it! It crashed. I'll be right. Hey, I'm back. I was in the map view, as you may have seen. I was like, oh, I'll change to the probe. That is what you can see on my screen now, which is the other stage. And because my computer hates me for some reason, I think maybe I owe my computer money and it doesn't. I don't know. But anyway, it decided that it didn't actually need to switch. What it thought was best was if it just crashed the game. That was its decision, which I think was very selfish of it. Yeah. But anyway, so as I am doing right now, which will have been less than any time for you, all you will know about the crashing was my little comments then, and the yelling I did as it crashed. But anyway, we're bringing this back to the surface, because why not? I'm pointing retrograde now, which means my engines are pointing in the right way. Annoyingly, I have to use RCS a lot, because there is no torque in this probe. Well, there's a little bit of torque, obviously, but there's very little torque because, because it had to be light. Because, as I said, 3%. Yeah, in real life, you have to make things as light as possible to reuse rockets. And we don't reuse rockets. We're getting hopefully closer with this kind of thing, but not hugely. Anyway, now should be a good time, and I won't demonstrate the landing legs now. Wait, this is the cluster, and the center one is still active. Good. Right, now I can slow myself down with that, like in real life. I will activate the landing legs, although they won't be used. In real life, obviously, you don't just control the cluster and one engine, you control the engines separately, and I think if there's an engine flame out, then you can actually complete the mission in the real world with... if you can lose 3 engines and still kick ass, because SpaceX are the best. Anyway, so I'll show the landing legs now. Yep, that's them. They do that and go down and... Oh, and now we're burning. Cool. Yeah. Talking of landing legs, apparently there's some awesome new kind of hydraulic landing legs or something in the new update that will be coming out hopefully soon, but I'm not sure. I don't know, the media group have been doing things about it. But anyway, this is burning awesomely. This is another reason that it's really hard to reuse rockets, because most rockets and rocket components are designed to burn up on re-entry so they don't kill people and destroy oceans and blow up ships. But SpaceX obviously can't do that because they need... I don't think the... what's it called? The... fuck, I should be burning. I don't think the main stage actually ever goes into... it goes out of the... far enough up out of the atmosphere to actually... burn up on re-entry, but obviously that's going to be a problem for the second stage and Dragon, but Dragon is obviously a capsule and we've long solved burning up capsules. The really interesting problem with burning up capsules is NASA's project, the Orion craft, and no, that's not the nuclear rockets, which would be really, really interesting and quite cool. Orion is a spacecraft designed to be really versatile, to be able to do lots of different space missions, so you can send it to the moon, and then you can send it, and then you can get another one, send it to Mars, service the space station if you need. All you have to change is the launch vehicle, which, you know, unlike, say, Apollo, because that's probably the best kind of are sadly our only real example of manned missionary. Manned missionary? No, manned missions. Manned space missions. Not let's forget that sentence. But no, that's so it can do lots of different things, and because if it went out to say Mars or an asteroid and then came back, it would be coming incredibly fast through the atmosphere, and that would be obviously a problem for normal heat shields, because if you just get like a heat shield that you take from low Earth orbit, you're gonna die. Oh crap, I've got to slow down fast. But luckily this engine is powerful but not brilliant, so this is what kind of it was probably hoping to do, but they would have brought back less fuel, because as you can see I don't need this 1,000 litres, I just ditched it out of convenience, and I am slowing down nicely. That was a lot better than the last times I've tried this. I mean, I get it right every time, because I'm awesome, and don't crash and blow things up and kill people. Okay, we're descending, we're accelerating, that's not good, because I don't want to go too slowly, because this video's already gone on for like 15 minutes, and I don't want to take it much over 20 if I can help it, because you know. But anyway, you can see how awesome that looks, and we are coming in quite well. So trying to balance land. Oh, the camera's doing this awesome auto thing. Oh, that's cool. I know it's because of the surface, but it's still pretty cool. Oh no, now we're actually not moving up or down, it was just moving sideways. Oh jeez, oh jeez, oh jeez. Oh no. There you go. Nailed it. Broke the landing legs and the engines. Right, you didn't see that. That worked fine, as you saw. Everything was destroyed because I shut off my engines and hit it too fast. That didn't go perfectly, but you can see the idea that if I'd done it a little better, it would have landed in the water fine, I would have been able to recover it. And if I'd done it really well, I could have landed it on land, if I'd found flat land, because I actually did do it on mountains. Not flat land, the concept of 2D land, 2D worlds, but you know what I mean. Flat land, where you would land the rocket. You can't see my hand movements, so that made very little kind of much point. So yeah. Anyway, let's go back to Dragon. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go fly my Dragon. Oh yeah, you can't see my hand movements. To me, it was funny, but yeah, Dragon the spacecraft, not Dragon the mythical being. Here we go. Right, so I need to land, because I've spent lots of time in space. And just want to point out how awesome this blue glow looks, because it's a blue glow, because Laztec always do that kind of random crap. So, ditch the cargo hold, that'll have taken my satellite up nicely. Now we have to land on limited power. And this does have landing legs, as you can see now. Yeah, these little tiny things. And it does have parachutes, but they don't come out the top, they come out the side, so it makes it really hard to land. Which, if you saw my, no, that's prograde. If you saw my last Project Juno thing, you will have seen landing with a parachute on one side is really difficult, because I broke one of my parachutes, then had to move and land somewhere else, and it went really, really, really well, I think. Although I almost destroyed the ship. Almost killed 2 Kerbals on the surface of Juno. That would have been really bad. I would have had lawsuits like hell. Okay, let's land near this crater, but... well, I won't land actually anywhere near this crater. I'll land somewhere in the ocean. I really wanted to do a land-based landing, but I don't really have time, because I'm actually incredibly busy right now with A-levels. But I thought, why bother doing A-levels when I could be playing Kerbal Space Program? You heard it here first, kids. Don't do A-levels. Do games. Oh no. Okay, we're fine. Right, let's try and speed this along. Because I actually do need to do A-levels. Alright, so we're coming back, and this doesn't have a heat shield, because this is Kerbal Space Program without the deadly re-entry mod. I'm sure, well, I don't know if that'll be one day implemented, because that's like quite a game changer. It's like, what was I watching? Was I watching a live stream of some kind? I don't know, I was watching something with the devs, and, well, I wasn't with the devs watching it, I was just watching them talk about it. But anyway, they were saying about how, someone asked about changing aerodynamics, and that would be a massive like it could break a lot of people's games and just screw up a lot of things. It would probably stop a lot of SSTOs working. It's like if you've ever played with Ferrum Aerospace, that makes it very hard to do things. It just makes it kind of, it would change the game too much. So, you know, you've kind of got to balance realism with changing the games. And I mean, if you want Deadly Re-entry, you can get the mod. But obviously the biggest game changer, as it were, of late, will be the career mode. I mean, it's not full career mode right now, it's just the research and development, which leads to unlocking parts. But it will be pretty awesome. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I'll probably do a video about it. I mean, I probably should. I'll just get my landing legs out now. Yeah. I'm just trying to think if I can think of anything else interesting about Dragon and the new launch vehicles. I don't know. I mean, Falcon Heavy is going to be well, I did do a Falcon Heavy video, which I think is the most successful video on my channel. That's like 250 views. It's kind of sad that that's the most successful video, but that's not the point. So it won't be that configuration kind of thing that was featured in that video. It'll be this kind of engine layout, and hopefully partially reusable, which will make it really cheap and make space really accessible. Other interesting space news. Possibly most. Oh crap, I can hear my speakers going. I think I'm getting a text. Yep. Okay. What? Okay. It's just someone's just sent me. I'm not gonna bother texting them back. I'm busy. Maybe after this. Oh good, I'm gonna land in the ocean. Okay, probably like the last 5 minutes have just been either really just me saying nothing or uninformative, because this is live com. I can't really tell because I'm not paying too much attention to my talking, more to the game. I don't know whether live com is better or post com is better. Well, post com is more informative, but I think live com can be more funny for short videos. But this has been going on 22 minutes, and now I'm talking about talking. So, you know. Oh look, there's the moon. That's yeah, guys. I'm sure you've never seen that before if you played Kerbal Space Program. Maybe you're thinking about buying it and you haven't seen it. So if you haven't seen it ever before, that's the moon. Go there, buy the game and go there. It's awesome. And then there's other stuff. And then go and watch all my other videos about everything. Just watch all of them. Just don't do anything except that. I wouldn't advocate watching all of them, because I'm probably this terrible in all of them. Just running out of things to talk about. But no, I'm not running out of things to talk about. Orion. I mentioned Orion earlier, the spacecraft that isn't the nuclear craft, that is a capsule that does stuff. It's actually scheduled for, because they've actually, for a while, it was just kind of some random pipe dream type thing. Okay, we're coming in quite close to the surface. I've got time. It was just more of a pipe dream than anything else. But they've kind of assembled the very small amount of plans they had about it, and have actually kind of started actually creating the craft and kind of really making steps forward and designing what launch vehicle to use, because they had this weird just solid fuel launch thing for a while, kind of like the thing that took that satellite to the moon. Was it Lady? I think that's what it was called, the satellite that's looking at atmospheres on the moon. And there is a slight atmosphere on the moon. If you want to know more about that, Scott Manley did a thing, so I mean, you know, everyone knows him. Well, most people do. Most people who play Kerbal Space Program and watch videos on YouTube know him, so, you know. It would sound kind of weird, me endorsing his channel, he has a crazy amount of subscribers, but he is really awesome, and he does, I'm sure you know about his talking about science videos. I think they're pretty interesting. But anyway, back to Orion. That's scheduled to go to the moon for a test flight in 2017, which I just think's really cool. Just like, oh yeah, we'll just go to the moon, you know, test some stuff. Because we got pretty good at that with Apollo, and now we've got better things, and we can go there more efficiently because we have more efficient launch vehicles, and mainly, actually, more efficient computers, because they had huge computers back then. I mean, obviously, you know that computers have come on a long way. In the 90s, they were... 90s? No, the 60s. The 60s. God, I can't speak. I'm tired. But anyway, in the 60s, they were huge. And I was thinking, like, most people carry around phones in their pockets that are, like, fairly probably more powerful than things on Apollo. So you plug that in to Apollo instead of the huge computers, you get a more versatile craft and a lighter craft which is easier to launch. I mean, space travel's getting interesting and better. Anyway, so let's talk about the space travel happening on here. Although I haven't really done that much space travel. I went a bit into orbit for 8 minutes. So yeah, these are monopropellant rockets that look very not monopropellant-y and sound like proper engines. But I assure you they are. I don't think they are in real life, actually. So this would obviously usually on land, so it would actually be more reusable. So it would be burning the engine and slowing its velocity, which I might not do in time. And obviously, so yeah. And it's obvious most crafts have come back in the ocean. I think Soyuz still do, Apollo missions did. But the aim of this is to come back on land, because Dragon in the past has come back to the ocean with cargo, but it would be nicer if you could get everything just to land at land. Land at land? Yeah, that makes sense. Land on land, and then just kind of be really quickly reused, because that's another goal, is to kind of rapidly reuse it. Okay, fuck, we're going into the air. Jeez, the probably same thing's going to happen. I'm going to fuck this up. But basically the idea between powered landing rather than parachute landing is that you can make this all a great deal more efficient and quicker and just rapidly reusable. And I'm going to hit the ground and all these guys are going to die because this is the ocean. See, everything's fine. That's what I said. Everything would be fine. So these guys are alive, and that's that. And I'm sorry for the last probably like 5 minutes. My commentary's been terrible, but if you have liked at least some of this video, please like the video. And if you want to see more in the future of just lots of things, just look at my channel, and maybe more games will be coming because I finally actually got a working screen recorder that doesn't hate me as much. So yeah, subscribe for that. This has been KSP with Tape. I will see you next time.